figure out what happened, what happened, but all I can say is the team came prepared and they did what they had to do, right? So they knew what their assignment was. So you know what? Kind of what I wanted to just talk a little bit about is I know that you guys are really lucky. I'm saying lucky because you guys are ready to get some nuggets. You're going to learn how to do some email marketing, which that's going to be a subject for next week. But just learning how to do and putting together a newsletter, right? And I believe in not spending any money. As GJ would say, do it complimentary $9.99. You pay for nothing or pay for $1, right? And I remember back in the day, so now I'm telling on my age, that we didn't have a lot of tools to do newsletters. We had to, hold on for a second, ladies, please. Hold on. I just had to ask the girls to close the door. So back in the day, we didn't have the tools. You know, we was exposed to, I don't know, a long time ago was IBM, Docs, and all those type of things. And then we get Microsoft. And back then, Microsoft had a platform where you can do newsletters. Um, there were certain other tools that you can build your newsletters on. And that's how we built our newsletter. Now we have all these amazing tools. You have Constant Contact. You have Google Docs. Yes, Google Docs. I had my newsletter on Google Docs. And what did I do today? Not thinking, moving too fast, totally deleted both of the ones that I re-looked at, thinking that the main one was still saved. When I went back to it, they were gone. Spent about 20 minutes trying to figure out where can I get my newsletter. But then I realized that I also saved my newsletter on my one share drive, wherever you call it. I saved it. So I was able to go back because I looked at it the other day. So I just kind of want to talk about how you can stay engaging. So a lot of you guys is like, I don't know what to post. I don't know what to send out. I don't know what kind of content. It is easy, family. So I'm going to show you, I'm fine tuning this newsletter. I'm going to be updating some things. My logo most definitely have changed. Um, I will always have a header. Um, I always have a top header. For some reason, I can't get it to work, so I'm not going to worry about it. I don't want to, oh, there we go. Okay. So I'm always going to have a top header. Every month when I send this out, it's going to be something nice and quiet, right? And I will always have it as special needs travel by Danger Zone DTZ. It's my newsletter by Danger Zone, right? So I just wanted to say the objective today is just to help you guys understand that you can create, right, your own newsletter. Some you can go on Microsoft Publisher, and you have Constant Contact. I'm not going to pay money for Constant Contact when I can build my own newsletter, right? You have MailLite, you have all of these different email marketing tools that you can utilize. We're going to talk about email marketing next week. We're going to talk about some of those suppliers or blenders that you can use, and some of them that give you up to 500 newsletters are free. Some of them you can type back from using Tez or using Traveljoy. There's so many different things that you can do. But the most important is, for me, is engaging. Engaging is so important. And then you being informative and also resourceful. That's what you want your newsletter to be. Engaging, informative, and resourceful. And when it comes to special disabilities, that's what I want to provide underneath Danger Zone Travel. I want to be able to provide value, insight, tips, travel opportunities for individuals with disabilities and their family. And I have to say this, I started this role back in 2019. Tony Crumar Ward said, this is it. This is you. This is what you've been doing with your cheer program. And the reason why you became a travel agent, to ensure that they would be able to travel and you understand kind of what they're doing. So I did. But then, she said, you really got to think about what can you do in the industry that have not been tapped on. And guess what I did? I sat on it, you guys. 2019, I sat on it. 2020, I sat on it. During COVID, we sat on it. 2021, we came out of COVID. And then 2022, I lost my best friend. So then it make you start thinking. I had tools, I had everything I could do to really get my special disability travel off the ground, and I did nothing. So when I had this opportunity, which would be a year, May 8th, that the founder said, no, give it to Patrice Vance, because if anybody's going to do it, she's going to do it, she's going to do it with passion. What I'm saying to you guys today, you got to come up with your planning and your strategy of development. You guys, I say this all the time. I think my team and my organization think I'm crazy because they're like, when do you sleep? Your mind is always racing. But I really think that God had put his soul in my heart that I'm going to continue to walk in my purpose and my faith in helping others. And that's what I am about my organization right now. If I can help everybody in my organization to accomplish what they want, whether it's booking travel, whether it's just being a team builder or looking to be a hybrid, learning everything they possibly can, I want to be that vessel to bring those tools to them, as I want to be the vessel to bring the tools to you. So really, and I'm going to define all this for you guys, and I'm going to drop it in the page, right? I'm going to also see how I can drop my newsletter into the page, since I messed up everything on Google Docs. I'm going to figure it out. But number one, you have to define your newsletter goals. It don't have to be a lot of goals. You got to define your phase one is going to be your planning and your strategy of development. Number one, you're going to define your newsletter goals. You're going to provide accessibility friendly travel options. And we'll go through my newsletter that I'm tweaking and playing with. And I promise I'm not going to delete this one, right? Then you're going to offer travel tips on training with disabilities. And I'm going to talk to how I outlined my whole year on what I want to do with my newsletter. It's going to be work, but this is what I'm going to do, right? You're going to highlight disability-friendly destination, combination, and activities. You can always Google it. You're going to share your personal stories and your testimonies. I have a personal story and a testimony. For those who don't know, I have COPD, with chronic asthma, severe chronic asthma with emphysema. I can't walk distance. I have to take a wheelchair when I go to the airport. They probably look at me like, ain't nothing wrong with her. Oh yeah, I can't walk distance. But I also have the right side of my vocal cord is collapsed, is paralyzed. It's nothing that they can do. So the founder used to always get on me because he said, we need you to save your voice. We don't need you to be training all the time. And my whole philosophy is, when God says it's time for me to stop speaking, he will be the only one that's going to tell me, right? So share your experiences, share your personal stories, share your testimonies of your family. I've been a foster parent for over 42 plus years, and I worked and took care in my home, all type of different disabilities, from health, from medical to emotional desert, all of that. Share your testimonies, but make it pleasant, right? Then, as you are defining that newsletter goal, include exclusive travel deals and promotions. We get so many travel deals from all of our suppliers, content, content, content. You go into VAX, you can Google special disabilities, special needs travel, something is going to come up. You can redefine it. You can take it. You can redefine it and put it in your words. So number one, we're going to define that newsletter goal, right? Number two, this is where I think we all have the challenge. It's identifying your target audience. So I've decided that once this month of February, calm down because I'm working on some other projects, that I'm going to start a boosting and I'm going to start sponsoring ads in reference to special disabilities. So I can get out there and find what my target marketing is. Now, I do different events across the footprint with Ability Expo. Now, I don't know what Ability Expo is going to look like next month because of everything that happened in the fires in California. So I don't know if it's still on. I'm going to call the ladies. I need to find out when it is, or even if I'm even able to play in such a late game, right? Because we need to get everything. I need to order stuff. I need to do what I need to do. But when it comes to vending, it don't take no problem. I make things happen. So you want to identify the target market, individual with disabilities with caregivers. Come on. You can always post. I'm a special disability advocate, special disability travel agent. I'm looking for individuals with disabilities and their caregivers. Somebody gonna say, hi, Patrice, it's me. I'm gonna say, let's talk. Families traveling with special needs children. So you gotta put it out there. You gotta track the marketing. So I'm gonna be working on flyers. And my flyers is gonna be working on my target marketing. And I'm gonna be posting this on all of my social media platforms. Somebody's gonna bite, somebody's gonna grab, right? Then you wanna look at disabilities and advocate groups of organizations. I always tell you, work in your backyard. Google that in your backyard. Reach out and introduce yourself. You're not trying to sell them anything, you're trying to educate them. How can you come in and speak with them, right? And then you want to just kind of veer out to the special education professionals. Yes, school district. You host classes. You do virtual. That is what we're going to be putting together for Divas in Power because special disabilities is one of our programs. And we work really close with special disabilities. So our 4-foot assassin, Lynn Hudson, is our education director. Why wouldn't I have someone with her statue that's been in education forever not lead that type of program? So you got to work with those professionals. We got Andrea that works with Inland Regional. I always tell you, work in your backyard with your regional centers or your county regional centers. There's so much going on here in Los Angeles when I think about seeing Kaiser Mental Health out striking because they know that these families and these children need all of this right now. They need us, right? So this is where, not that you're trying to sell them something, try to help them understand once this wave passed, travel is a passion, travel is memories, and you want to help them make those memories. Then you want to select a newsletter platform. And I wasn't going to go into all of this because I'm really going into it more next Monday on email marketing. But you want to choose the email marketing tool. Well, I believe not to spend no money. Yep, they say you got to spend money to make money, right? I totally believe that if you're not making money in your business, then you don't need to be going out trying to get no CMR and trying to be doing all these email marketing client vendors. You want to go and do the basic. Google Docs, Microsoft Word Publisher, anything that's free 99 that can help you build a newsletter. But these are some of the platforms. You got MailChimp. Now, MailChimp will work with you and give you 500 emails free a month. You got to sign up for them. But if you're not doing 500, well, it doesn't matter. At least they're going to give you the format for you to do it. Then they got converter kits and constant contact. We'll talk a lot of that next week. But you want to ensure whatever platform and accessibility features like screen readers is compatible. So we'll talk about again next week on some of the other email marketing that's out there. I paid one for $4.95. Now I need to get my little butt into it and understand it, but it's a tool for Divas in Power. but why not can I have a tool to do it for my special disabilities? So we'll talk about email marketing and platforms next week. Number 4, develop content for categories. Feature destination spotlights for accessible travel destinations. Travel tips, advice on booking, packing, and navigating through the airport. So I have all that information on my website, but now I got to get a little bit smarter and started building it. And I have all this information on my social media, but now I need to start being a little bit more personable on my personal page. That's where the attraction and target marketing is going to come. And I'm just going to use something today. The whole buzzword for the last month since our new president been in, every day we hear everything about a new president, right? I don't do politics, I don't do religion, but I'm going to keep it 100 today. Now, the buzzword of the internet is Kendrick Lamar. Well, unless you really understand what he was trying to say, and I made it very clear on my page, I didn't care if you want to give 10s, 20, I just made it, and I made the same comment on Forefoot's page of what I heard. So I just placed it on my page. We have to develop that content, and we got to develop those how can I say this? We have to show the story. Now, our story might not always be the story that people want to hear, but you got to tell the story. Well, I'm just really surprisingly like, oh my God, people are making comments, but also sharing it, and all says, now I understand it, right? So it goes back to you sharing your personal experience with travel with disabilities. And your personal experience, someone in your family, a family member, a friend, someone down the line have a story that they can share with you. Then you really want to focus on the exclusive deals for special discounts for special disability family travel packages. You got to research it. You have to do your homework. I spend 30 minutes every day researching any and everything I do on different topics. So I might spend 30 minutes on what I need to work on, what I'm working on for the Divas Empowered, for getting all these football stadiums. God has blessed me now with 6. What more can I ask for, right? But I take the time to research and develop the things that I want to do. The same way that I take the time to look at on what I want to share with you guys on Monday, the same time that I look to share on what we do on the Sunrise Morning Call. Now, 9 years, now down to 3 days a week, and I train every Tuesday, and I train something different because I prepare, and I really don't prepare, family. I wake up and whatever God placed on my heart, that's what I train on. I called Deidre yesterday, said, okay, sis, this is what I'm going to train on. This is what I'm going to do this week, and this is what I'm going to do next week. Because I know that she's going to be traveling. And we want to make sure, again, that we're on this call every week for you guys to ensure that we can be able to give you the tools to be successful. So let's talk about number 5, creating a calendar. Man, I'm not going back into Google Docs, because if I go and delete the calendar that my virtual assistant got going for me, I am going to be livid. So I learned something today. Don't delete nothing, Patrice. Review it and let it sit, but don't delete it. Delete 1 or 2, but don't delete 3. I deleted it. So plan your newsletter on a monthly or bi-monthly basis. I'm going to plan mine on a monthly basis, right? Because I'm already sending them an email bi-weekly from Branch Up on the activity for Branch Up, because I'm uploading those same clients, right? My goal is to get 500 uploaded to Branch Up by the end of the month. So they get the email calendar from Danger Zone Special Disability, and then they'll get the other calendar that's come from Branch Up. So they're still going to be getting information. Branch Up will probably not be tailoring everything to accessible. Please do not write on my screen, whoever's writing. So it can be done, right? And then you want to rotate your themes and your seasons. Right now, we should be on wave season. Right now, we should be talking about spring. Right now, we should be talking about St. Patrick's. Right now, we should be speaking on Easter. So rotate those themes around the seasons, the holiday, and special disability awareness. Google special disability awareness. I am building a full-blown calendar on Divas in Power. So when you click on that calendar, it's going to have any and everything that has to do with whatever. It's there. Mentally prepare yourself. Google out the awareness months and build your calendar or build your content or build your posts around those months. Even if you take a flyer of autism, because it was autism, what was mine with it? Or was it lupus? Anyway, you can do lupus. You do your little write-up, talk about yourself being a special needs advocate, travel agent, and put your call to action so people can see. Number 6, gather and develop your content. Interview travelers with disabilities firsthand insight. Well, I've been blessed because I have a special needs travel organization. Now, yep, I do. And I have a special needs cheer program that's part of the Special Olympics, but which is part of my organization. We got registered and signed up with the Special Olympics. And I'm a Special Olympic coach for those that did not know. That's why cheer is so dear to my heart. And I interview those young ladies. I interview the parents. Ask all the hard questions. So I'm going to be doing interviews on Facebook Live. Someone said I should do a podcast. No, I've been invited on some, but no. I want to start sharing the story from the travel, the clients interview of the disabilities firsthand. And then you know what? You guys just want to research and comply with ADA compliance hotels, airlines, and destinations. So when we think about ADA, Deidre and the elite team, which I'm part of, and it's probably like 6 of us in the company that drives a lot of decisions on any event that we host in the company, right? And right now, ADA is like one of the top topics for us to get prepared for convention. What would ADA look like getting our agents not into Queen Mary, but from the Queen Mary over to Carnival? And what it's going to look like once we get them to Carnival and Carnival getting them to their destination. Because we have to be in compliance, 1, as a company, and 2, that we're making Queen Mary and Carnival just as responsible for our ADA agents. So you just want to, go in and Google research and comply, ADA compliance hotels, airlines, and destinations. Next, collaborate with the disability blogger and influencer. What is the best way if you can be your own blogger and your own influencer? It takes time. It takes time. And if not, then you just continue and sharing all of the great nuggets and things that you put together on your social media page. So I will be posting on all of my social media pages, right? So I have my personal page. I have my Danger Zone travel group page. I have my best special disabilities travel cheer page, right? Those are groups. I have my Danger Zone crew that I just kick it with because that's what we do, right? I post that same information. Then I got my business page. I got Divas in Power. I have Danger Zone VIP Experience. I have Miss Body and Soul Entertainment. I have Special Needs Travel and Cheer. I have Create Your Dream Life, and I'm trying to figure out what is that going to entail to moving forward, right? And that might be more on the building aspect of things. But I will post all the same information on those pages so people can see and understand what we're doing, what you're doing. If you're not marketing and branding yourself and you're sitting around waiting for someone in Evo to tell you what you need to do or to help you what you need to do, you got to be the driving force And you got to be ready to stay ready to make sure that you're getting your information out, right? So you want to collaborate, and you can be that voice of reason. And three, man, design accessibility features. In phase three, we're going to talk about designing accessibility features. Don't worry, I'm going to be dropping this inside the group, and you can slice and dice it. I always tell you, whatever we put in the group is there for you. How you use it, how you make it work for you is going to be on you, but the tools will be there to help you be successful. So number 7, ensure designable ability, accessible in design. So you have to use high constant colors and large readable fonts. So if you look at this, these fonts are not readable, but I don't want to mess it up. So I'm going to print it out to see what it truly looks like, right? Include alternative text for all images. We're going to go through this. Include and provide hyperlinks for versions of screen readers. So if there's a hyperlink that you want them to click on for something that you're sharing, add that hyperlink inside your newsletter. Use simple, clear language for ease of understanding. You wouldn't think that that's what we need to do. So it's a little bit different and a little bit more temperamental in working with our special disability clients than it is our regular clients that can still act special, right? Because we have some of those to do that. Number 8, develop a brand template. So what I looked here, I can save the same template, not delete it like I did on Google Docs. I'm gonna save this template and I'm gonna make it as save template. So when I go in, all I gotta do is replace the first copy. My welcome, I probably won't have to do any changes. And I just need to talk about the inside of the issues, right? So you want to develop a brand template. I incorporated danger zones, travel, logo, colors, and fonts. Well, I got a new logo. So I need to re-engage that. Keep a clean, safe, and navigating layout. Use engaging visuals like high quality travel, image, and icons. That's what I'm going to do. Then the 4th phase is audience growth and distribution. Build that subscriber list. Build it, build it, build it, build it, build it. And it doesn't matter if it's disabilities or not, because they're still going to be getting all of your email marketing. If you're part of Branch Up, they're going to be getting that every bi-weekly. And now, guess what? You're going to pop something on special disabilities. And somebody's going to be like, wow, I didn't really realize this is all what they were doing. You're going to attract somebody's attention. You're going to add a form to Danger Zone. My website, I did, because I have my private website. So as I get back promoting my website more than I've done in the past year, I tell them to click on it, become a friend, and I send you a travel voucher, right? Promote your newsletter on social media and disability travel forums. This is where you ask to go in if you can drop your newsletter. Some are going to say yes. It's always nice to ask the administrator. If the administrator says yes, guess what? Drop your newsletter. Offer a free travel guide or discount for new subscribers. So I'm really thinking about building a ebook. Just something simple that when they click on it, they get it. And it's just a little travel guide. And it might just be certain stuff. I'm still working on that. Then collect emails through webinars and special events. So when you're hosting those events in your backyard, you have to form market in your backyard, or you're getting people's business cards, or you have your job form, whatever, all the digital, whatever, you can build it, right? So you're building that list. I always say, Eric Worre told us, we first started, you need to build a list of 10,000 people. I'm like, 10,000 people? Well, when I think about being with this company for 9 years, I've been doing this prior to coming to this company for 9 years. I have uploaded every one of the conversion pros, and I probably have about 10,000. But you got to gradually export some kind of way to upload and some of the other tools, but they won't take them all. So it's just, you're making the educated decision, what is going to be the best route for you. Right now, I'm focusing on special disabilities. Number 10, you want to implement a call to action. CTA. Whenever you post anything, you need to post, if it's your website, you've got a custom website, special needs, travel about danger zone travel, boom. If I have a job form, my email address, I'm going to post everything there where there's a call to action where they can be able to get back with me. So I'm updating all of my business pages with all the current information, all the new phone numbers, tie everything when I need to tie, make sure that my Google business is tied back, make sure that I get back on gauge with the Better Business Bureau. I talked with them the other day and said, Patrice, you had A+ for going on 12 years now, girl, but we need you to update your website. I forgot I had a website. So I'm going to work on that and get it updated and focus on special disabilities and some of the things that are going on with the fire victims, right? And then you want to be able to direct them to blog posts, travel deals, and VIP membership. I have a group, so shame on me. I have a special needs group. So guess what? I'm going to start posting that special needs group, let them know we do cheer, we do travel, I do a little bit of all. I've been asked to be part of, and I'm praying on this one, Snoop Dogg's special needs program and bringing my cheerleaders and participating. I'm still praying on that, right? Praying on that for many reasons. But if it's something that comes to fruition, I most definitely need to start building my brand. I most definitely need to start getting some of those special disability cheerleaders that's here in SoCal. Let them know that Explosive All-Stars is back. We're looking to do a partnership. How would you like to participate, right? So that's just getting that information out there. Getting that information out there. You want to invite them, you want to share stories, and you want to feature. Get out of your way, ladies, gentlemen. I can't see who's on the line. Get out of your way. This is your niche. And if this is your niche that you're looking to rock and do, you got to put the time and you got to invest in it. Phase 5, launch and continue improvement. Okay, this is going to be my second one going out. I'm still working on it. I'm still trying to figure it out. I know I'm going to get better at it. Deidre will tell you in a minute. Everybody know I don't like tinkering with stuff like this. Put me in front of the room, let me train, let me share stories, let me do whatever I need to do. But as soon as you get me to start tinkering with stuff like this, I'm gonna tell you, I get like, I'm like, I don't want to do this. God, I gotta figure this, I gotta figure this out. No, I pay people to do this. But now I need to add my personal touch. So I said, I'm gonna commit to doing my newsletter and adding everything once a week. On my Tuesday and Thursday days, I don't do one-on-ones. I don't do one-on-ones on Tuesday and Thursdays unless I decide that I'm going to meet with an agent. But if any of my agents in my organization know, I'm accessible. But if they want to get on my calendar, they got to do it Monday, Wednesdays, or Fridays. Tuesdays and Thursdays, unless you're new and I'm helping my team to get them up to speed. I work on all of back office stuff. How many new business partners came in? Putting stuff together for you guys. That's what I do, right? So you just got to make sure that you're going to continue to launch and improve. So you want to do a soft launch, number 11. You want to do a soft launch and get feedback. Send out a test newsletter to small group focus. Send out a newsletter to your family. They can be small group focus that says, hey, can you guys just review this for me? I'm trying to tackle this market and I want to stay engaging. Gather feedback of your content. Readability and design. Make the necessary adjustments before you fully do your launch. And once you do your launch, you want to analyze and optimize your performance. You want to know, how is it working for you? Track your open rate. How many clicks? I'm going to tell you. If you're able to upload your own stuff on Branch Up, would be so fun because you get it. But you still can do that if you have a professional account with Facebook, because I go and look every day. I know if I'm getting paid, how much money I make for the day, how many viewers, what I've done for the last 28 days, when my numbers are down, how many followers I got. All of that is there, but you have to track whatever you're posting so you'll know. Conduct monthly reviews to improve your content and your delivery time. That's easy. Number 13, expand, collaborate. Partner with a disability organization to widen your reach. I've been saying this for the last 2 years. Work in your back office, work in your back office. Yeah, great. Work in your backyard. Absolutely. When I realized last month that I stepped out on my faith to support and help the fire victims, I have someone that's coming here to my daughters. I got people coming all the time. That it put me in a total different space. So now people was just like, did you guys realize what Patrice does? Just not just travel? Absolutely. You got to partner with the disability organization to widen your reach. Also collaborate with accessibility travel agency, airline, hotels. Who can be your best ally? You get your list of your top 10 airlines, your top 10 travel agencies that's out there, your top 10 hotels, your top 10 all-inclusive, your top 10 cruises. You can come up with whatever you choose. And then future guests, have them contribute. A disability advocate, a doctor, accessibility expert. And those are the type of things that we're trying to do here, right? And it's kind of a little bit different with some of our BDMs that don't really focus on this market. You got to roll up your sleeve and find those individuals in those markets that really support disabilities. So let's just talk about the timeline. I'm gonna put this in, I'm gonna put it in, I'm gonna move danger zone out, and I'm gonna add, just, temper it up a little bit. So your timeline for planning and strategy should be 1 to 2 weeks. You looking at what you want to do, come up with a strategy. I'm going to give you all and everything you guys need to do, right? And then create your content and structure. That'd be the 3rd and 4th week. Then design accessibility should be week 5. Audience growth and promotion be week 6 and 7. Your soft launch and feedback should be week 8. And full launch and optimization should be ongoing. So once you get into the field and you're making this, and doesn't matter, you know what? I just asked my granddaughter, so do you know anything about Google Docs? Anything about Microsoft? She looked at me like, I think so, Mom. I'm like, what do they teach you guys at school? You a 4.0 student, bringing in all A's, and what are they teaching you? But that's not where they are, but that's where they need to be. So I believe that this action plan will establish you as a leader in special disability travel, providing essential resources while you drive an engagement in your bookings. You will look like a specific brand element that you have aligned your travel business. I'm going to tell you, I'm just going to say this, that you are the best product that you can offer. And be the product of the product. Build your brand with special disabilities. Take your time. I'm not saying that it's going to happen overnight. Deidre and I always say that we are not a specialist at this. but we believe in it and we take the time to research, to find out, how can I do better? This is all about what can I do different? Remember I said I set my goals last year? I set two major goals. I think it was three major goals. I set three major goals that I was going to be the best of the best in the special disability arena and in the market. And that I'm going to do wherever it takes to brand my company. My second was, I'm going to get me 10 stadiums for the Divas in Power so I can continue giving back to all of anybody who needs help across the footprint and international. And my last piece is, I am going to take care of myself so I can be able to achieve both of those two pieces and be here to help and support others. So let me just show you my little newsletter. So just bear with me because I'm, oops, sorry. So I have my first piece up at top. I'm gonna change that every day. I mean, every week, every month, right? I have my little welcome. So I gotta try to see I can make these fonts a little bit bigger, but maybe they're bigger when they go out on the email. I don't know. Then I have my insight issue, danger zone special announcement, the travel corner. So mine is gonna be about beaches. So I went and outlined for the next 12 months. I have outlined, so that's why I said I want to do it monthly. I have outlined the supplier that I want to highlight. Then I noted, know before you go, disabilities and your check flight. So I'm going to just mix it up a little bit, right? Next one might be excursions. So I made my new announcement. Okay. So I got, okay, guys, just bear with me. So I made my special announcement, talking about who we are, a website's been highlighted, talking about Danger Zone mission, and if, the mission of special needs is affiliate with Danger Zone Travel. And just kind of just share with them a little bit about the kids, the ages, and the opportunity experience. And I said, learn more, click on my website for offerings. Now, this have changed. I have a new logo. So I'm going to see, I don't want to mess it up. So that's why I'm going to save it and have a piece that I'm playing with, because I want to insert the new logo. And then just sharing as a special needs provider, we do not have the power, to make life fair, but we do have the power to help each other to enjoy life. And then I just got my inclusion of keys. Talk a little bit about there. So guess what? So I did my write-up on beaches, right? So beaches was my write-up. Go back. So the travel corner. So I'm gonna have a travel corner every month. And each month I'm going to talk about a different supplier, maybe it's a cruise, maybe it's international, I don't know. I have it lined out. I got to reprint it and attach it to everything here and make my folder to make sure that I'm staying intact. So I talk about the corner itself. I talk about the accessible rooms, talk about the resort accommodations. And before you go, your disability pre-checklist. Now this can change, this can be something about a checklist on a certain airline based on the top airlines that they set for accessible disabilities. So just kind of, just a little something here, you guys. And remember I said, have those links, because that link is going to take them to airconsumers.gov. That's the same. So it's going to take them, hyperlink them to looking at this information. All right. So I started this last year, September. Here we are in March. Get behind the scenes, try to make things work. So life's getting in the way. So we're just putting things off. So I'm going to resend this, but my lists have gotten longer. And then we just talk about my corner. Some of the other drop downs. Okay, so let me go some more. I think that was it, you guys. Oh, no, it's not. There we go. I had to play with it. So we just kind of show that, and it's just simple, you guys. It was just 5 pages, not nothing long. It could be 3 pages, but this was my first one that I sent in September. So we talk about, we value and appreciate your support. And we just talk about, hope that this was engaging reading. And we just have my link here. So we always have the link, have something soft here, value 1, issue 1, September. So I'm going to redo this, save it, and I'm just going to say value 1, issue 1, and I'm going to change it to March of 2024, revise, 2025/revise. So it's really simple. It's just, you're taking the time and making this happen. So I just wanted to share with you guys is that building this newsletter is going to help you engage, be informative, and resourceful. So Deidre, I'm going to give it back to you. I'm going to stop sharing. And there we go, ladies. All righty.